So Dershowitz warns of election impact as U.S. job market shrinks. Do you like living in a banana republic? I don't. Welcome to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, where we dive into the key issues shaping our constitutional republic. From the economy to political maneuvering, we'll break down the facts, add insight, and keep you informed. And recently I've been censored a lot on TikTok, so I started creating a little bitty blurb for TikTok just to try to encourage them to come back to watch these videos. So if you saw me on TikTok and you're now watching this, thank you. Good job. I'm on Rumble. I'm on YouTube. I can't believe it. I'm on Facebook. I'm on any other platform, podcast. But come on down and watch or listen to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. So let's start with the economy. U.S. job openings have dropped to their lowest level since January 2021. This is a significant indicator of where the labor market is heading. Businesses are hesitant to hire, possibly anticipating a slowdown or unsure of future economic conditions. With inflation still high and the Federal Reserve's tightening policy, many companies are pulling back, which isn't the best news for job seekers. A shrinking labor market is also reflected in the surging price of food, which hit an all-time high in July. Every American is feeling the pinch at the grocery store. This issue is compounded by the expanded trade deficit, which ballooned to $78.8 billion, the highest it's been in 2 years. That's not just a number. It represents a growing imbalance in the goods and services we provide and produce versus what we import. A troubling sign for U.S. economic health. Now for some political news that's raising some eyebrows, but not really to me. I expected it. Liz Cheney, a Republican, in name only, as they like to say, rhino. I really don't like to use the word rhino, but in this case, she might as well be. She's endorsed Kamala Harris. Yes, you heard that right. Cheney's move is surprising to some. It's not surprising to me. But to those familiar with her recent political trajectory, it's less of a shock. Remember, this lady was on the January 6th committee, wanting to throw innocent people, or people who are guilty of small things, but in jail to throw away and lock the key, which they still have. Cheney's outspoken opposition to Donald Trump. She's such a Donald Trump hater that she will just forget everything else and just, I can't vote for Donald Trump, just don't vote. Cheney's outspoken opposition to Donald Trump has placed her on a collision course with much of the Republican base, and her endorsement of Kamala Harris may signify the growing rift between establishment figures and grassroots conservatives. It's a curious play, but we know that in politics, alliances can be as fluid as the wind. Sounds like a soap opera, honestly. In an amusing yet relatable survey, 71% of Americans admit to procrastination. 29% of me said do this podcast, and 71% said, forget it, it's Friday. Go on, don't worry about this. You can put it off. Whether it's putting off that work or avoiding personal chores, this statistic underscores a cultural habit of delaying the inevitable. The consequences of procrastination can range from mild to serious, especially in business and politics where timing is everything. I think Kamala Harris and Biden have been putting off and been procrastinating about doing something about the border, and it's at a certain point. Where's that something razor? What is the theory that you have up to a certain point, and then after you've passed that tipping point, it's almost impossible to fix the issue. Now, speaking of delayed consequences, let's talk about the U.S. trade deficit, which has expanded to $78.8 billion. A widening trade deficit reflects that We are importing more than we are exporting. Definitely importing more illegals than we're exporting, which is not only a financial issue, but also one of dependency. As we continue to rely on foreign goods, the question arises, what are we sacrificing in terms of domestic production and long-term economic stability? Now is the issue that's rattling the American legal system. Alan Dershowitz, a distinguished attorney and constitutional scholar, has raised alarms about the potential impact of former President Donald Trump's sentencing before the 2024 election. Dershowitz warns that we could find ourselves in a banana republic land if Trump is sentenced ahead of the election, only for the conviction to be reversed later. He likens this to the political tactics used by authoritarian regimes like Venezuela, where elections are swayed by imposing, or basically imprisoning political opponents. Dershowitz concerns, remember, this is the left that complains about Russia and how they do that to opponents, how Putin does this to opponents, but yet they're trying to do this to Trump. But yet Donald Trump is love of Russia, and Russia loves Donald Trump. Yeah. Dershowitz concerns rest on the possibility that such a sentence, if later overturned, could unfairly impact the election, leaving voters questioning the integrity of the entire process. He calls for the sentencing to be delayed until after the election to avoid any undue influence on the outcome. The verdict, according to Dershowitz, is, quote, invalid, and rushing the sentencing could seriously damage this constitutional republic's standing on the global stage. It's called the Banana Republic. Finally, we've got new claims from the Biden-Harris administration, accusing Russia of attempting to interfere in the upcoming election. Here we are again, Russia, Russiagate. I got a book that I wrote on Russiagate. Long book, whatever. While election security is undoubtedly important, these claims are being viewed with skepticism by many. After all, the same accusations were hurled against Donald Trump in 2016, only to be debunked, and they still believe it. That's the problem. With Election Day looming, some people believe that this is yet just another attempt to cast doubt on the fairness of our democratic process while bolstering Harris's chances. And if Donald Trump wins, they'll be freaking out and making up all sorts of lies and believing in the lies that they cocksured up after Hillary Clinton lost very badly, very big league. Now, in other news, Amazon's Alexa device has been caught in a politically charged situation. This is the reason why I turned mine off a long time ago. When users ask Alexa, "Hey Alexa, can you give me reasons to vote for Donald Trump?" the device reportedly refused to give any. It probably would dial you into freaking FBI and tell on you. This device reportedly refused to give any. While it readily provided reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, probably, you should vote for Kamala Harris, citing that she is a woman of color. Amazon has since claimed that this was an error. Yeah, but with 25% of U.S. households owning an Alexa device, it raises questions about the influence of tech companies on public opinion. Throw the damn thing away. Throw it away. Former President Donald Trump recently thanked Brittany Mahomes, wife of Chiefs star Patrick Mahomes, for her public defense of the MAGA platform. As Trump continues to prepare for his 2024 run, every bit of support helps bolster his chances for regaining the presidency and straightening this world out, and straightening America out, hopefully. The U.S. House has subpoenaed Minnesota Governor Tim Walz over his $250 million COVID-19 relief fraud scheme that took place during his tenure. This is a massive fraud scandal that requires transparency, accountability, and justice. But we all know the drill, folks. He's a Democrat, so he won't get in trouble at all. And they'll say that nothing is wrong. They'll say him as the greatest guy ever. And us Donald Trump supporters won't go around and bug the hell out of the left when they're talking on their little platforms or whatever and say, Tim Walz is a felon, Tim Walz is a, we won't do it the same way that they do this to Donald Trump. And finally, whistleblowers have alleged that Homeland Security agents assigned to protect Donald Trump during his assassination attempt were only prepared by a 2-hour online webinar. The shocking revelation raises concerns about the adequacy of protection measures for the former president, particularly as one as polarizing as Donald Trump. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being polarizing, but that's how the world has become. So let me give you our hashtag Go Right Recap Remix. From striking job opportunities to soaring food prices, the economic outlook for the United States is increasingly uncertain. Couple that with the ever-widening trade deficit, and it's clear that American businesses and families are feeling the strain. Meanwhile, the political scene continues to heat up, with Liz Cheney throwing her support behind Kamala Harris, raising eyebrows among Republicans, but not me, because I knew it was going to happen. And legal expert Alan Dershowitz warns that we're teetering on the edge of a banana republic land with Trump's looming sentencing. He stresses that delaying this process until after the 2024 election is crucial for preserving the integrity of our constitutional republic. And meanwhile, the Biden-Harris administration's renewed focus on alleged Russia election interference is also drawing skepticism, given the timing and past allegations that didn't hold up. As always, it's crucial, folks, to stay informed and think critically about what's happening in our nation. And I'm going to keep bringing it to you. For more updates, head over to GoRightNews.com. Check out hashtag GoRight with Peter Boykin on Rumble.com, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and other platforms. Want to support the cause? Please. It's about $100 some a month is what it's costing me to run this stuff and the extra add-ons. And, it's not getting easier, people. And I want to stay online. So, if you want to support, donations are made through Cash App at $Peter Boykin, the number 1. Links are available at GoRightNews.com and PeterBoykin.com. So let's keep pushing forward together. Remember, hashtag Go Right for America. God bless everybody. Peace.